What's up, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Undrafted Views. We're here. We talk sports from the sidelines, and today we're going to talk about the Phoenix Suns and give you guys some of our observations from their season so far. Let's get into it.
The Phoenix Suns are currently number one in the Western Conference with a record of 39-9, having won 9 of the last 10 games. Some would venture to say they are playing the best basketball in the NBA, along with the Golden State Warriors, and the Atlanta Hawks seem to turn it around as well. What is your observation from the Phoenix Suns?
This roster was well constructed. And I say that because anytime you have players that are out, like every other team, and you can still maintain a top seed in the league. Let's not okay. I know it's a Western Conference. I get that, but overall in the league, because they've only lost about 9 games so far this season, it has a lot to be said about that. Their leadership on the floor, which is through Chris Paul, and their coach.
Yeah.
Something about all of that is special, and so hence is why they are at the top of the top of the league. So yeah.
Well, my biggest observation so far in here recently has been the addition of Bismack Gimme that Biyombo. You talk about protecting the paint, getting into a system and fitting in seamlessly. Oh, Bismack Biyombo, happy to see him in the lineup for the Phoenix Suns. I'm telling you, started out on a 10-day and then signed for the rest of the season. He was a great find.
I have to agree with you on that. That's
Mm.
another observation that I had, that he is a solid contributor right now to the roster and when they needed him, right? So he's only played with the Suns just in January.
Yeah.
And he has came in, and his aggressiveness in the paint is something special to watch. It is it leads me back to my first observation. Whoever's in their front office knows how to pick the players that help fit this scheme and help fit the roster. They pulled, he was with the Hornets.
Yeah, he's with Charlotte
Yeah, he was
Hornets.
with the Hornets. And if you look at his production with the Hornets to what he is doing right now with the Phoenix Suns, just in this month, is night and day. So it's all about the front office, the Phoenix Suns, and the coaching to be able to say he is a right fit for this roster at this time. Now, will he show up in the postseason? Doubted once Ayton gets back. I doubt it once Javale McGee comes back from his, off of his day-to-day status. He probably will not see any part of the postseason, but what he's able to do right now is help maintain what the Phoenix Suns need for the aggression in the paint during the time that Ayton is out. And for me, I'm like, get it, Bismack.
Yeah,
I mean, in here, it's refreshing to watch, actually.
it is. You talk about the Phoenix Suns front office. You got general manager James Jones, a former player. General manager just got his contract extension. Robert
Mhm.
Sarver, he did something good there. But I'm gonna need him to go ahead and sign DeAndre Ayton to his contract extension as well, so we can keep the nucleus together. I think it's so important
Yeah.
because Monty Williams clearly believes in their whole team. You
Mhm.
say like big three for the Nets, big three for the Lakers. For the Phoenix Suns, I feel like it's a whole team. Like it's nobody is worried about, oh, let me get mine. Let me make sure I get my shots. Everybody shares the basketball, and that's what I love about them. They play very similar to the Golden State Warriors. So if they should meet them down the road, you're talking about top level
Ooh.
basketball. That's top shelf.
Yeah, there is one thing about Biyombo that is concerning, right? Long term, right? So yeah, we know short term he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do, what they need him to do while DeAndre Ayton is out. For the long term, I'm gonna need for him to figure out how to shoot free throws. He going to fix that. If he remotely thinks he is going to see any time in the postseason, or even once DeAndre Ayton comes back and JaVale McGee comes back from his day-to-day status, he's gonna have to get them free throws together. Because I was listening to one podcast and they deemed the term hacker Biyombo. I said,
Oh.
oh, yeah. If a team, you don't want a team to do that, because that was disastrous for Ben Simmons, and you don't want that to happen to the Phoenix Suns team, which I don't believe it will be because they are not that type of organization. But yeah, I think that's one of the things that can be a hindrance to him long term with the Suns if he doesn't figure out how to do free throws.
Okay.
So
Now, can we talk about the Phoenix Suns beating the Utah Jazz in back-to-back matchups? I mean, I think it was a statement game. They sent a clear message to the Utah Jazz like, look, hey, we are reign supreme over here in the West. Don't you even think about it.
y'all had it last season, but this is our season. No, I agree. Again, the Phoenix Suns have a great, you know what though, at the end of the day, I don't know if the Phoenix Suns have a scheme that is it almost like it's traditional? You got the point guard controlling the game, consistent in what it's like everybody knows exactly what their role is.
Hmm.
And it's no question. And you can tell the respect. It's just a really great w- way to watch a game. Like, is this what teams should be modeling their roster construction after? I mean, what is that? They have something very special in the Phoenix Suns organization and the way that they constructed this roster and the way that the play makes and Devin Booker and Chris Paul as a tandem. What in what? What in the world are other teams supposed to do with this? Like,
I know.
it
I
is.
know.
It's special. It's right here, and I'm really happy for them. And I can't wait to see them in the finals.
You know, a lot of times we talk about the Miami Heat culture and how everybody has bought in. Everybody is on a string and they follow Coach Spoelstra in his leadership. It is no different here
No
with the
doubt.
Phoenix Suns.
Mhm.
I mean,
I
it's
agree.
fantastic. Chris Paul is, I mean, when you talk about a point guard, they're supposed to be the extension of the head coach. You couldn't ask for anything else. You just can't.
No. You know, Chris Paul is the epitome of he makes everybody better. Like, and I think that the respect, the they look, you can just tell if they look up to him, but he doesn't appear to be, for me, from what I see when he's playing, like he's the man. Like you look up to me because I'm the big dog, but no, I look up to you as well. It's this dynamic that they have that's special, and we're able to see it unfold in the wins, right? In the way they talk about one another, in the way they all talk about the chemistry. It is authentic, it's genuine, and I just love it. Go Phoenix Suns. Like, I know
Yeah.
the Phoenix Suns fans are like, yes, they feel real good because they felt good last season too. I do believe they can do a repeat of the same thing this season, so it's
I,
going to
I
be really
yeah,
great.
I believe it now. But I remember when the Phoenix Suns signed a Chris Paul the 3-year, $90 million deal. I felt like he took too much money, but now I see why. I see why. He's earning every bit of it and giving them
Yeah.
everything that they need. He's making 30 mil. Devin Booker's making 31.
Hmm.
You're talking about a backcourt that can close out games. I mean, Coach Monty Williams can rest assured that with Chris Paul out there, whatever scheme he wants to run, he's going to carry out. He's going to carry out the mission. Chris Paul also said that, you know what, when the games get close, quote, ain't nobody tripping. I said, oh, I love that. I love that. You talk about team chemistry and camaraderie. That's exactly what that
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, exactly. They trust one another. See, this backcourt is what the Portland Trailblazers would love for their backcourt to look like. This is what all teams would want their backcourt to look like, just like this, right? And
Hmm.
then to have a front court to be able to handle what the backcourt brings, and they all work together. It is hence is why they're number one in the league. Like, I
Number
can't even.
one.
What do you do about that? So the observation is that this roster construction, the coaching staff, the chemistry, the floor general, the role. Everybody knows what their role is, and they're clear. They've all bought in. You cannot beat that. You can't beat it.
No, you can't. So
You
let's
can't.
talk about the players that are currently out, but hey, clearly not impacting Phoenix Suns. They need these players,
Yes, yes.
but they are on a 9-game winning streak. So you got DeAndre Ayton out. He gives you 16 and 10.
Hmm.
A Crowder can get you 9 and 4, hustle and toughness.
Yeah.
Campaign is, oh man, I miss seeing campaign out there on the
Yeah.
court. He's a lefty. He's so unorthodox. And then, of course, the big fella, Javale McGee, has been a great backup to DeAndre Ayton, who's also out, which pushed Jalen Smith and Bismack Gimme that Biyombo to the starting lineup. So yeah, the Suns need these guys.
They need them, but it's so great. Based off of their injuries, they should be back, shortly, which is really great. But to have their core players out and the team still being able to hold on means that the talent that they brought in is enough to sustain during these lulls or these injuries. And that's what
Mhm.
you want. You want to have players that can still be skillful enough that can help sustain while your main players are out. And that's what's happening with these. And that's what the Suns did. The Suns front office did this. Like I
Yes.
can't. They did it.
So let's get into the next 5 games for the Phoenix Suns. They have the Brooklyn Nets, the Atlanta Hawks, Washington Wizards. Oh my God, who huge disappointment. And then the Chicago Bulls and the Philadelphia 76ers. How do you think they'll do over this next stretch?
5-0.
Oh,
5-0. I have them winning all games.
really?
Yeah. If anything, if they're gonna lose to anybody, it could potentially be nobody. They 5-0. Based off of their stretch right now, I think they can win 5-0.
Oh, nice. Which
What you
will
got?
push their win streak to what, 14 games? Oh, that's amazing. Okay. I actually had the Phoenix Suns going 3-2. I
Okay.
have them losing to the Brooklyn Nets only because Kyrie is on a tear. And the Phoenix Suns are kind of due for a loss. I mean, really, if you think
Fair.
about it, right?
Mhm.
Also have them losing to the Philadelphia 76ers because Joel Embiid is way more talented than the Phoenix Suns' current bigs, right? If JaVale McGee and DeAndre Ayton are still out,
Mhm.
Jalen Smith and Bismack Biyombo cannot light a torch to Joel Embiid. So I have the Suns losing that game. But other than that, and the fact that it's the second night of the back-to-back,
Mhm.
the Suns, they might be a little wasted. So yeah,
I can see.
3-2 on this stretch.
Okay, I can support a loss against the Sixers. I can support a loss against the Sixers. The loss against the Nets would be surprising to me because although Kyrie is back, he is by himself. And the other players that the Suns have on their roster that can outplay the other players that the Nets have on their roster, for me, is going to give them the win. So we'll see how it all works out. But yeah, but the
Mhm.
Sixers, I guess I agree with that, especially when it comes to Joel Embiid. He's a beast.
Ooh.
Yeah. However, I still feel the same way. The other players will probably be the ones to help win the game outside of the paint. So yeah, we'll see.
All right, you guys, we're going to wrap up this episode on the Phoenix Suns. Make sure you drop down in the comments and let us know what you think about this. And we will see you guys on the next one. But until then,
Peace.
peace, y'all.